Is going on, everybody? What is going on? The catch. Fam, hope everyone is doing phenomenal tonight, man. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. You guys already know what time it is, baby. Time for some live week 10 fantasy Q and A. We've got about an hour till Thursday night football kicks off. We've got a classic Thursday night football showdown, a huge anticipated matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons, a hurricane game. It's going to be a wild one. It's going to be some fun. So you guys know what to do, man. Hop in the live chat. Let us know what you guys need. Start, sits, ads, drops, waivers, trades, roster confidence, roster non-confidence, Thursday night questions, whatever it may be. Let's have some fun. Let's talk some fantasy football. And, of course, we've got Steven in the house. What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. Got a lot on the line with Deontay Foreman tonight. So this is going to be a game where I don't want to watch it, but I'm forced to watch it. And just hoping that Foreman falls into the end zone and hoping Hubbard stays away from the field. I don't want this guy on the field.
He is he's off the injury report, right?
Yeah, he's probably going to play. And I think he's going to see a lot of work, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if he sees all the third down work. And, I mean, honestly, going forward, I said it before the show, but I think that I'd probably rather have Hubbard over Foreman just because I'd rather have a third down back for the Panthers who are going to get blown out by teams rather than a guy who's going to see the first and second down work.
Yeah, it's just hard to read because it looked really good in conjunction week 7 against the Bucks, but that feels like centuries ago. And I don't know what this team's going to be this week or next week.
Dude, last week was pretty rough, bro. Like that was I don't know what happened, dude. They were looking so good, and then the Bengals just like literally said, "Okay, we're gonna make you look like a JV team." That was embarrassing.
So outside of Donta Foreman, Chuba Hubbard, anything come to mind when you think of this game tonight?
Not really much, man. I mean, I can't really think of a whole lot of players that pop out to me. I mean, on the Falcons side, I'd love to see like some, I mean, not me personally because I'm going against him, but I do want to see Cordero Patterson just kind of continue to come back from injury, get better. I want to see Cordero Patterson and Cheese, man. He was so great. And honestly, too, like I'm kind of rooting against Marcus Mariota because I just kind of want to see some change up. I want to see Desmond Ridder, and I want to see Pitts and freaking London have a quarterback throwing the
ball. Rainy game. It's going to be rainy, guys, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
So I would go into this Thursday night matchup if you're thinking about starting these players with a lot of caution, especially DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, Terrace Marshall Jr., Mariota is a streaming option even. I would just – I don't know. I feel a little worried about this one, but Algier, Patterson, Foreman, Chuba, and even Mariota is still on the ground, who's had at least like 30 rushing yards his last 4 games. I don't know what to expect. It's going to be bad weather, though, for sure.
With the bad weather, I think the last thing I want to say on that is that I talked about Younghoe this week. With bad weather, I don't really feel as safe about that because that could be super impactful. So just really monitor it up until game time.
For sure. All right, we'll hop more into our thoughts on tonight's game a little bit here, but guys, hit that like button for us. Let's try and get as many likes on the stream as possible. Let's get this thing popping. We got a short amount of time, so let's get rolling. All right, Evan with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Evan. What's up, bro? Catch Nation, let's ride. Let's get it. Need a desperate play this week, guys. Chuba, Pacquiao, or Rachaad White? I go Chuba.
Honestly, I go White on this one, man. There's been a lot of buzz about this guy starting to take over, and this is a beautiful matchup against Seattle for the ground. The Bucs have been terrible at running the ball, but honestly, I think this is a potential breakout week for White. And I also like White rest of the season. I am not willing to throw the freaking dart on Pacheco, dude. I understand it. It's good game script, but I'm out on Pacheco, and I would much rather have a piece of that Buccaneers Seahawks game than this Panthers Falcons game on Thursday night, to be honest.
That's fair. Yeah, I think White's a good call as well. We'll go with White. We'll go with Rachaad White.
He's so much cooler. He's so much cooler, too. At the end of the day, it's about swagger, Evan. It's about swagger.
Is it? Let us know the chat for Evan. Who would you guys play? Chuba Hubbard, Pacquiao, White. Evan, thanks again so much. Thank you for the super chat, my dude. All right. Ryder Lifts, what's up, man? What up, what up? Godfather, what's going on? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. We got Jano in the house. Hello. Lidsky, what's up? What's up? Rolling with Pitts. How do you feel about that? Says Caleb. You got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes, man. I mean, I don't personally love it. I even if the rain wasn't bad, I would probably not be starting Pitts. But
yeah,
you just have to understand when you start Pitts, like let's take the weather out of the equation. Bust. It's literally the way he's used on a weekly basis is boomer busts. So
yeah,
I would tread with caution at the end of the day. Depends on who else you got, though. Great to have you in the house, Caleb. What's up, man? All right, Warrior Loft, Evan Ingram versus the Chiefs or Greg Dulcich versus the Titans. I go Greggy D.
Yeah, I like Dulcich.
Yeah. Titans have not played well against the tight end position. Evan Ingram's not a bad option, but he really gave us a stinker last week, and he had a really good matchup last week.
I love Christian Kirk this week.
Yeah. Where'd Christian Kirk come from?
Just because I love him. I mean, it's just I'm talking about the game. I mean, I think Ingram and Kirk do see like similar type of targets with the inside slot target. So, but yeah, I like Ingram as a deeper play. But
if you have Christian Kirk, Steven wants you to start him.
That's all I want to say. I just love Christian Kirk, dude. I think he's gonna have a freaking good game.
I do like it. Yeah, it's a good game script. It's a good game script for Evan Ingram too. But I would go Greg Dulcich ultimately. He's been more consistent as a starter. Spencer.
Spence, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing? You want to offer me T. Higgins now that Jerry denied my Devontae Adams trade?
Some intense trades going on in the Catch Fan League. When is the trade deadline? Isn't it like next week?
I think it's like this week or next week. Yeah.
I got to take a look. This is different for different leagues. Cap for Life, what's up, man? Did I pick up Mac Hollins and McKinnon? I mean, I'd pick up Hollins over McKinnon. I still don't trust McKinnon on a week-to-week basis. I was thinking about Mac Hollins earlier today. I knew that he was going to start to get picked up in leagues once the news about Renfrow and Waller came out. I don't hate it, but do I really trust Mac Hollins? I don't know.
I think he's been like productive, but I don't really know if I want the second fiddle on this Raiders offense. But I will say, I imagine Gilmore is going to be on Adams, who has been a successful shadow corner this year. So Matt Collins is not a bad deep play because our second string corners and third string and fourth string and fifth string, they all suck. So I wouldn't hate this if you were in like a kind of a pinch, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, outside of Mac, you got DJ Turner, Keelan Cole, and Foster Moreau on that team. So I would. How many running backs do the Raiders have? Like their whole roster on sleepers is running backs. Yeah, so I would say that Mac should fill out a nice role. You know, but he's going to have to step up now. So we'll see what happens. But all right, Lidsky just traded Olave and James Conner for JT. Is that a good trade?
No.
I'd rather have the Olave side, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
But it always depends on your whole roster. Steven, as a Colts fan, what are we doing with JT at this point in the season?
Honestly, like this sucks because I'm trying to trade away from him, but I am like full send on like trying to sell this guy while you can. I think the Colts are being like very open about the fact that we're trying to tank right now, which I do kind of like because I want some better draft picks. But honestly, JT's already banged up. He's got an injury that is probably going to keep nagging him all season. So that's no good. The offensive line sucks. The offense sucks. So you're going to see way worse upside than last year. And I wouldn't be surprised if the offense and the owner shuts him down before the season's done anyways. I would definitely be trying to sell him. The fact that you could get Chris Olave, or the fact that there's a side of this that has Olave, who I love all season, and James Conner, who I actually think James Conner could be really ticking upwards if he stays healthy rest of season 2. So that side wins that by a landslide, and I'm just trying to trade JT while I can.
If you guys play in the Catch Fam League with us, League number 1, Steven is trying to trade JT actively.
Don't listen to that part. Just ignore it.
They get the Raiders this weekend, right? So I think JT or Deion Jackson are a decent play this weekend if they're
Yeah.
uber healthy.
No, that's fine. I get that. Maybe, right? Maybe. I mean, he had some games where he played bad teams and he still sucked. But I would say too, like, I don't think JT's ever going to see 100% of the role anymore. I think Deion Jackson, who knows, maybe a little Zach Moss or Wilkins action too. But I don't know. I think at the end of the day, if he has a big game and your trade deadline isn't this Sunday, this might be the weekend to do it because there is a chance he falls in the end zone against the Raiders this week. But if you can get out on him, get out on him.
Are you excited about Jeff Saturday?
No. I know. I loved his press conference though, where he was like, I'm a man. I'm a man.
I might be a bad coach.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no shit, dude.
Hey, I'm rooting for Jeff Saturday all the way. That's like one of my favorite players growing up. Dude.
I mean, he's awesome.
He's like one of the best Colts of all time.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you a qualified head coach, dude. Like,
yeah, it does.
and like, dude, like, I don't know what Irsay's doing, but he's just like going bananas, bro. Like over these past few weeks, like him calling out Dan Snyder, him just like taking like a Jerry Jones approach on the team. It's just he's wilding out, dude. I don't understand.
I like it. I support the Colts, unlike Stephen. People that aren't interested in this game, think about those Thursdays we don't have no NFL football. It should be an entertaining game, I think. I think it'll be actually a pretty decent game.
I appreciate that comment too.
Yeah, the last time these two teams played 2 weeks ago,
it was fun as hell. It's the best game of the week.
Yeah. Spence says Foreman over Chuba.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I definitely think so this week.
Yeah, Matt Collins could be good for sure, man. Let's see. Is anyone in all the catch families undefeated? Nobody is undefeated to my knowledge, except for me.
Jerry's pretty good though, and Spence, they're both pretty good.
There are some wild teams out there, and some of the other leagues too. Pick 3 full PPR: DJ Moore, Jeff Wilson, Dante Foreman, Josh Palmer.
Oh, that's rough.
It's rough because I listen. I just got to be clear for tonight's game. I expect nothing out of anyone. I don't know what to think about tonight because I already hate Thursday night matchups, and then we got the weather impact too. And I think DJ Moore could have a good game, or he could.
Last week.
Yeah. So I don't know how this weather is exactly going to impact things. I'm all over it. So I would go Jeff Wilson, Dante Foreman, and Josh Palmer, because at least Foreman, if the rain is bad enough, they're going to run the football. Wilson's got a good matchup. He saw enough volume last week. And then Palmer, even if Keenan Allen plays, is still honestly probably the primary target while Keenan Allen is still slowly coming back into things. So
are we sure Allen's ever going to play again this season? I think he might just be kind of done, honestly.
There's a possibility that Mike Williams plays before Keenan Allen plays, for sure.
That's embarrassing. I mean, it's not embarrassing. It's just like, what the hell is going on? Keenan. Like, it's crazy.
We gotta call him up and ask him.
Dude, Keenan, what's going on, dude? What is going on with your leg?
I don't know. I guess he had a setback in the bye week. I don't know.
Be a man, Keenan. Rub some more dirt on it.
George, I go Wilson, Foreman, Palmer. I liked DJ Moore coming into the week, and that has changed. Not that I don't like him. I still like. I mean, we're not supposed to like receivers in rain, right?
John, you texted me. You said you don't like him as a man. You said you do not think he's a good man.
I've been shooting the horn for DJ Moore, the Panthers, the past 3 weeks. I was so hard on DJ Moore going into last week with the banged up Bengals secondary.
Yeah, that didn't work out well.
No. I even said at some point in the week, I was like, there's always a possibility that these backups on the Bengals step up. Yeah. And that came us up. So, hey, Albert, what's good, bro? Ronnie, what's up, man? Thoughts on Jaylen Warren? Would you start Foreman tonight over him? I would for sure. We need to see the volume out of Warren before we start him. Yeah, absolutely. Ronnie.
Are you believing the Warren hype, or is this still just a glorified stash play to you?
I would say it's more of a stash play, personally.
I'm there with you too.
We've had this happen earlier in the season, and then nothing came. Like after week 5 in Buffalo, when he had 10.3 points, and it's kind of the same circumstance, 10.5 points in week 8 against Philly. It's like, so he did it against literally outside of New England, the two best run defenses. Well, he played Tampa Bay as well. Two of the best front defenses he's played all year. But also the game scripts in these games, like he got, 3 targets against Philly and 5 targets against Buffalo. So due to the nature of the game script and, the Steelers having to throw the football, he got some of that PPR value from those games. So 24 yards on the ground week 5, 50 yards on the ground week 8. Not bad. 4.8 yards per carry and 8.3. But from what I've read, his practice reps haven't changed. Like I just feel like this is just one of those things. Like it's just buzz, But it could happen. And he's a good handcuff.
Oh, he's definitely a good handcuff. But I mean, it's tough because I don't even know like if the starting back for the Steelers is like that great. Like if the running back situation in 2022 wasn't as bleak as it is, like I mean, it's clearly not that great because that offensive line is so bad. I mean, it's hard running, it's hard sledding for the Steelers this year.
Yeah, there's just no upside.
Yeah,
in this offense at all, mainly because of the way it's ran. What team is White on? I haven't heard the name. He is on the Bucks.
Yeah,
on the Bucks.
I like him.
Pitts or Higbee or Greg? I go Greg.
Oh, or Greg. Yeah, Greg.
I go Greg at D. Fam first, McLaurin, Deontay, Connor, or Foreman. I go McLaurin, believe it or not. Connor's okay too. McLaurin and Curtis Samuel actually had good games the last time they played Philly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I do like Connor here as well.
Yeah.
I don't like Deontay.
This one's at home too, right?
It is. The Commanders.
Yeah. This is I'll probably still go. Man, Connor is tough because they're playing the Rams. Yeah,
but he gets a lot of pass work too. Is kind of why I'm not too afraid of him this week.
I'd probably lean Connor here, to be honest. But I think I like McLaurin too a little bit more.
And I don't hate Foreman at the same time. But Connor and McLaurin.
Yeah.
Pitts or Taysom? Go Pitts, bro.
I feel like Taysom, like this wouldn't be I don't know. He's a dart throw. Honestly, you can't even be like analyzing the situation and be like, all right, this is the week Taysom's gonna get the red zone work. Like it's just a dart throw. Does he score?
I was trying to be funny because I never say Pitts. But honestly, you probably should go Pitts.
I would. I mean, I think if you're trying to get somewhat of a safer read here, Taysom is a complete just crapshoot.
I mean, Pitts kind of is too, but Hale had 1 point last week, so 8.2, 10.10, 4.5, 34. So he's all over the place. But the Steelers have been really bad against opposing tight ends, but I don't really consider Taysom Hill a tight end.
It's
like he does so many different things. So you should probably go Pitts, but I would honestly just trust your gut because I don't like either of these options for defense. Did you do Diggs and Foreman for Sanders, Adams, and Evans? Yeah, I would consider this. I mean, you still get the wide receiver 6. You get Evans and you get Sanders. I'd rather have Sanders and Foreman. And then you're getting Adams and Evans for Diggs. So I would consider it, Bryce, for sure. But I'd rather have Diggs than Adams. But there's 2 aspects that come to mind here. The first thing for Diggs is is Josh Allen healthy? Because he still has value with Case Keenum at quarterback, but he doesn't have as much value. And then for Adams, with Waller and Renfro out, there's 2 ways to look at that. A, it helps them because the targets only increase, or B, it's easier for opposing defenses to say, we gotta get that guy out. We gotta do something with him. So I would consider the trade. This is better than the trade earlier, because I think that Sanders over Foreman is
it's a huge upgrade.
Yeah. So
I mean, I think it's pretty. If you're on the downside of Allen, which it's not looking great, I think it's a big haul for Diggs because I mean, there's a good chance Deontay Foreman. I understand that Spence likes him. I think you like him a little bit. but there is a chance he is like pretty irrelevant, like in a couple weeks. And Sanders is a stud, dude, which is pretty crazy to think. And then you get Adams and Evans, who are seeing like a shit ton of targets every week. I mean, I don't know, it's a pretty good deal. If you are thinking that Josh Allen is going to be out for a while.
Yeah. And I don't note on Allen. I don't think we're going to know till Sunday. Like this is part of no matter if he's ready to play, if he can play, or if he can't, in terms of strategy, they don't want the Vikings to know. They're going to keep Allen on the injury report as long as they can.
I think he's going to be out though. I mean, I think the line opened up at what, like close to 9, like -9 or whatever, and now it's down at like a 3.5 or something. I mean, it's Vegas has definitely moved it quite a bit. I don't think he's going to play.
I don't either, but I'm just saying.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
They don't want the Vikings to know.
Yeah,
no, for sure. Foreman or Singletary? I go Foreman here. He gonna make a Kringleberry.
Okay.
I go Foreman for sure. I mean,
give me your argument.
The Falcons are very bad against the run so far on the season. I don't really see that changing. Yeah, the weather that you're going to get a lot of touches out of the running backs. And honestly, Singletary does not have a good floor or ceiling on a weekly basis. Now, maybe if Allen is out, you see more running back involvement. But even then, the Vikings went from like the 6th worst team in the league.
They're pretty solid.
Yeah, they're like in the top 6 now, like against the run, which is crazy. So, I like Foreman here for sure.
How do you think this offense changes, I guess? Because when I see Allen, let's say he's out, or let's say, now they've got to account for this injury, I think he is used completely differently. And I think Singletary is still their only first and second down back. Naheem Hines ain't doing that. Cook ain't doing that. That's still Singletary. And that's still Singletary in the goal line. I think that's their guy now. And I think this Allen stuff actually helps Singletary the rest of the season. And that's this week, I think he could see the beginning of that too.
That's fair. But until we see it, I'm starting.
Okay. All right.
I say Foreman. Steven says go Singleberries.
What? Singleberry?
Yeah, Singleberry. That's my cook. All right. Let's see here. Joker. Full PPR pick 2. Jamal Williams, Wilson, Monty, Herbert, Foreman. Jamal Williams and Jeff Wilson. But it's so hard because like
Monty.
Well, Monty and Herbert get the Lions, so it's a great matchup. But having both of these is so hard right now.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to be. And then on top of that, Justin Fields is taking away 100 rushing yards a game from these guys. So they have to score. Seriously, they become more touchdown dependent than ever. And they both,
man. He's so good.
They both literally last week. I mean, here, I'll pull it up. They both had like under 5 fantasy points. Monty had 5.4 and Herbert had 2.3. Herbert rushed for 23 rushing yards. Monty rushed for 36, had 1 reception for 8 receiving yards. Justin Fields rushed 15 times for 178 yards.
And how many touchdowns did he have? Just 1 rushing?
Fields?
Yeah, I think he just had that one insane one. He might have had a second.
He just had 1. Yeah, he had 3 passing touchdowns. Yeah. And like, how are the Lions going to stop Justin Fields this weekend?
They're not going to. This could be another just like disgusting performance from Justin Fields. But
yeah,
I'll still take the David Montgomery shares for goal line work. This is going to be a very high scoring game. I love Jamal Williams in this game, but I think Monty is a good player if you're going to dart throw between one of these other 4. But I have a feeling you're going to say Foreman here.
Totally. I might go Jeff Wilson. I like Wilson this week. Browns they've been bad against the run. It's a good game script. If the Dolphins or Bears are playing, like it's like those game scripts that they're allowing in the Seahawks. And the Seahawks have a much better defense. Like those are the teams right now that are like allowing good fantasy game scripts overall. So
it's funny because it's the Dolphins, it's the Browns, it's the Bears, and the Lions. Those are all 4 teams you want to play against. And they're all playing each other. So it's going to be fun, and you want shares of that game.
For sure. All right, we're gonna try and speed through here. We were way behind. We only got like half an hour. Okay. Let's see. All right, so, should I trade Judy, Foreman, and Palmer for Lamb? I would consider it. I'm not against it necessarily. It depends on the rest of your roster, Jeff. Just got offered a Monron, Kelsey. I'd be giving up Adams and Olave. I can start Palmer, McColl instead of Olave until I get Mike Williams and Jamar back.
I would do that.
You get Kelsey.
And Amon-Ra. I like Amon-Ra rest of the season.
Okay. I don't hate it, but you lose two good receivers too. So you just have to keep in mind you are starting Palmer and McCole Hardman until Mike Williams and Jamar are back. But you get Kelsey, so I'll say yes. Chuba or AJ Dillon? I mean, I don't really feel like either option's safe.
Chuba.
Yeah, like because Aaron Jones is probably going to play. And that really hurts AJ Dillon. And even then, like
they're playing the Cowboys.
They're playing the Cowboys.
I don't want any piece of that.
I'll go Chuba. LeBron's who's in my league? I'd have to take a look. Got some interesting trades. Yeah, the Catch Fam league's going crazy with the trades. Swift or Patty? I go Patty.
Yeah, put the Patty and cheese in there. Make it cool.
Score Daryl Patterson. Get him in your lineup. Non-PPR, start Lazard or Juju.
Ooh, Lazard if it's non-PPR, right?
Yeah, he's probably got a better chance. I don't know. He's going to have Diggs on him. How do you feel about that? On a weekly basis, Lazard is the better.
He just scores so many TDs. It's crazy.
He scores a touchdown like every week, like a garbage time touchdown every week. So
yeah.
I probably go Lazard, but it's not as good of a matchup as Juju getting the Jags. But Juju doesn't score nearly as many touchdowns. It's close. Go Lazard. Should I start Sutton or Marshall? I probably start Sutton versus the Titans. It's a good matchup for these Broncos receivers. And Marshall's got rain. Should I trade Hurts and Ertz for Kelsey and Dak? No, I don't trade. Hurts. And I really like going out and getting Kelsey. And I actually think that Dak has a very favorable schedule the rest of the season. I don't know. I might do this trade. I don't want you guys to lose Hurts from your roster, but I really think Dak is going to turn it on. He had a great week before the bye. I mean, Dak gets Green Bay, Minnesota, the Giants, Indy, Houston, Jacksonville in the coming weeks. And then Philly and Tennessee, not as good. But
I would do the deal, but I could understand why you'd want to hold back on that, John.
I'll do the deal. I'll do the deal.
It's fair deal. It's a fair deal.
I don't want to think about it anymore. Would you drop CH for Jalen Warren or Latavius Murray? Yes.
Oh, you're there. You're there. Whoa. That's
necessarily actually.
That's intense.
The one reason to hold on to Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Isaiah Pacquiao is because they have a pretty good upcoming schedule. Jacksonville, the Chargers. Okay, well, they have some back games. But they have some really good games, too. Jacksonville, the Chargers. Then they get the Rams, and they get Cincy and Denver. But then they get Houston and Seattle. And then Denver again. So, there's some games where I think that those guys are going to have good games, but they're purely matchup based.
I think Pacheco is definitely cuttable. But with CH, he still sees red zone work. And there is, he's got a higher possibility than most running backs to just fall in the end zone and get you a touchdown. And it's if you're going to get a running back like a Latavius Murray or a Jalen Warren, I'd much rather have the RB1 basically of the Kansas City Chiefs who's just going to fall into the end zone and get you 7 points or 8 points. I'd take that.
Yeah, hold on, them. I just have a vendetta. Pick 3 full PPR: Foreman, Kirk, JT, Cordero, Palmer. I would go Kirk, Cordero,
JT.
You got to start JT. He gets the Raiders. I agree. I made a huge trade. Traded Diggs, Judy, Etienne, and Swift for Lamar, CMC, D-Hop, and Deontay. Had Brady at quarterback. Okay, big moves for sure. You replace Diggs and Judy with D-Hop and Deontay. You replace Etienne and Swift with CMC. And you end up with Lamar Jackson over Brady. It depends on the rest of the roster. It's not awful. But Diggs, ETN are two guys I want a lot. But CMC and D Hop, I don't know. It's pretty fair. The more I look at it, but Swift is just that big question mark. Like so much potential upside, so much potential disappointment.
Yeah.
I
ETN's
don't.
a stud, man, but you think
Yeah,
this guy's going to be able to carry the rock like he has been the rest of the season? He is so feeble looking.
he'll be good.
I hope so, because this guy is insane, man.
He's got
Holy
one season.
smokes.
He's got one season in him. He'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah. I don't hate the trade necessarily, but it depends on your roster as a whole. So I have to take a look at everything. But you'll be all right here.
How do you feel about Lamar the rest of the season? I mean, there's a chance Andrews is more banged up than we thought too. He literally is thrown into janitors, out there. I mean, he's got nobody to throw the rock to.
I'd rather have Lamar than Tom Brady. So in that
That's
circumstance,
not a bad call. Yeah.
In that circumstance, and his playoff schedule is Cleveland, Atlanta, Pittsburgh. So
Juggernauts.
yeah, and actually, I mean, really, the rest of the season he gets Carolina, Jacksonville, tough matchup against Denver in Week 13, but then Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Atlanta, Pittsburgh for fantasy. So I think he'll be all right, man. But it's a good point. Yeah, he's throwing to nobody, so he's going to have to get it done himself. Jude, pick one: Najee, Jeff Wilson, Gibson, Jamal, or Connor. And then another question: McLaurin or Pittman. First one's tough. I'd probably go Jamal Williams, but Connor and Jeff Wilson are close there. But I like Jamal against.
I get Jamal on that one.
Like Jamal to score a touchdown this week is, I feel like, super safe.
Yeah, it'd be a good bet.
Yeah, I hope that's aligned this week, but we'll see. Terry McLaurin or Pittman. I mean, Pittman has the better matchup, but frankly, I'll go Terry McLaurin in a game script where Washington's going to be throwing the football the whole time. Yeah. Tony Pollard or Kareem Hunt? I go Pollard.
Yeah.
Give me Polly. Pitts or Fearmouth? I'll go Fearmouth based on
Fearmouth. Feed the beast, baby. Feed that beast.
The Saints are the best team in the league against opposing tight ends, and I'll also go Fearmouth here.
Okay.
What's up, Jesse? Hopkins or Chubb? Have Jones, Sanders, Adams, Evans, Kirk, Wilson. Yeah, go get Chubb. Go do it.
No bye week. No bye week anymore either.
Go get Chubby. Go get him. Hey, J Dobbs, what's up? God, what's good, bro? How you doing? Full PPR, start 3. ETN, JT, Foreman, Wilson. Ooh, I definitely start ETN.
JT. And then Wilson.
Gotta start JT and then go Wilson. Steven doesn't like Thursday night, doesn't like Foreman.
I'm just fading that Panthers team right now.
Okay, that's fair. Better pick up rest away. Dotson or Marshall. Also, would you carry two defenses like the Cowboys and Jets, or just go with Cowboys rest away?
Cowboys.
I just go with the Cowboys at this point, honestly. Yeah. If you want to join or keep the Cowboys and Jets, I don't really mind, but I'd probably just start the Cowboys.
Yeah. Jets get the Patriots too off of bye week, so it's just not even that exciting to me.
I go Marshall. I agree with that. Patterson or Lenny? I go Patterson. Flex Olave or Lamb? I go Olave, but I do like Lamb this weekend.
Olave's so cool.
Yeah, Olave. Too cool for school. 12-team PPR, 2 flex, quarterback, Geno Watson, Kamara, Mixon, Walker, Puris, A.J. Brown, Evans, Palmer, Marshall, Cooks, OBJ, Pitts, Dolchich, Titans defense. What do you think about about Mixon and Evans for Tyreek? I just say yes. Yeah. I mean, that leaves you with Kamara, Walker, and Pierce, and you get the wide receiver 1 to pair with A.J. Brown. So, yeah.
Yes. Get yourself a championship roster right here, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Tyreek Hill is on pace to set the single.
Dude, he's crazy. He is literally insane. Like,
and you know who's on pace to set the single season record for most passing yards without Tyreek Hill?
Oh, Mahomes.
Yeah.
So both the only two
they're having the best seasons of their career so far.
It's so wild though. Like just because I feel like over the offseason we talked a lot about like Adams, Cup, like some of these other receivers and Jefferson, and just saying like where do they stand in terms of best receiver in the league, not even just fantasy. Bro, Hill needs to be up there, dog. He's changed this entire franchise, dude. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's a monster, dude. And give some props to our boy Mike McDaniel too. He's genius, dude. He really
He's
is.
a grease ball, dude.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
What's up, man? What's your thoughts on Terrace Marshall? In general, on the rest of the season, definitely worth rostering. Tonight, worrisome because it's gonna be rainy. And not gonna be a little bit rainy. It's gonna be rainy. Trade Geno, Aaron Jones, and Waddle for AJ Brown and Kamara. Don't need Geno, so basically it's Jones and Waddle for Brown and Kamara, or Waddle, Mike Evans, and Aaron Jones for Diggs and Chubb. I do the second one. Ooh, so you can do the first one. Actually, yeah, I do the first one. I'd rather have Waddle than AJ Brown, but I'd rather have Kamara than Jones, and I feel like AJ Brown is still a safe enough start. Yeah, I'll do the first trade. Spencer says hit him up for a trade.
No.
Spence, I was trying to get Justin Fields in the auction league and then finally trade you a quarterback, but it didn't work out that way. Pitts or Knox? Knox. Give me Knox. Trade opinion, receive Hawk and Hubbard, lose Walker. Need to replace Waller. I can't lose Walker. I can't do it.
Definitely not for that.
I can't. And I mean, Hawkinson's a top 5 tight end, but I can't do it. I can't. If you got a little bit better value at running back, maybe, but like, and it depends on your roster, depends on your running back depth you got. But I'm just saying, like, if this team has,
you'd be willing to trade Walker, dude. This guy is like literally like the man, bro. Like I've viewed him as like CMC.
I've seen enough rosters where people have like 4 or 5 starting running backs, and like 2 of them are Pierce and Walker because they got them off waivers or super late in drafts, or they have Jabal Williams, whoever, right? Where like Walker and Pierce are being traded around right now because they hold such high value, but you have 3 or 4 or 5 running backs. You can't start everyone, So
you start him.
Yeah. I would probably still keep Walker at the end of the day, though. Yeah, I agree. Derek with the super chat. Derek, thank you so much, bro. $2 don't know. Look how big I was up on Walker in the offseason. That was your boy, dude. You should have listened to Derek.
Yeah, man.
That was your guy. Drafting him before everyone was. Appreciate the super chat, Derek. We got to give you emojis in the chat for Derek. Thank you, Derek. All right, we're going to try and keep flying through here because we were super behind. Derek, you just reminded me of mock draft season, and I miss the mock drafts, bro. Such good times. Have JT coming off IR. I need to drop one. Thielen, Cooks, Connor, Wilson, Foreman. I dropped Cooks.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with Cooks. Appreciate you, Derek. Smokey, what's up, man? Steven has been killing it with those kicker vids.
Thanks, Smoke. Thank you.
Steven does big things with the kickers.
The feet.
Start Judy, Mooney, or Pollard. Mooney in full PPR. I think he's going to have his best game of the season. But after that, Pollard. Yeah. Start DJ Moore, Mooney, or Devonta Smith. I'd probably go Mooney.
Mooney.
Kyle, what's up, bro?
Oh, yes, Kyle. Love you, Londa.
Denver, Atlanta. I go Denver for sure. Not even close. Yeah. What is the fair asking price for Hawkinson? I mean, he's top 5 tight end. He's tight end 5, and he looked great with the Vikings. So you're probably going to have to give up pretty decent value. Yeah. But I wouldn't trade like Kenneth Walker straight up for Hawkinson. So, what's up, Bush TV? Thanks for the content. JT or Jacobs?
I got Jacobs.
So I just want to see what Steven would say.
Yeah.
I'll go Jacobs as well.
Yeah.
Full PPR, Aaron Jones, Monty, Hunt, Pollard, Patterson, pick 2. Godwin, Lockett, Diggs, pick 2. Flex 1.
Oof.
Okay, so pick 2, I go
Patty.
Pollard and Patterson. Yeah. Then I go Godwin, Lockett, Diggs. So I flex one of them.
Yeah.
And then I go Ingram over Tanya. Yeah.
It's a winning team right here too. If you start that squad, I think they win.
Pollard, Patty and Cheese, Godwin, Lockett, Diggs, Ingram. Riley, I'm stuck with Knox. Yeah, I would try and do that trade. Try and do a trade for Hawkinson, that is. Around what level QB could I get for packaging Geno and Judy? Probably not much, man. I mean, you just got to think about it this way. Geno's your quarterback 8 in fantasy. How much further can you upgrade? You know? Because the next tier that you're breaking into is pretty elite. Like Kyler Murray's your QB 6. Geno Smith is 2 quarterbacks above Kyler Murray, you know? Maybe Prescott. Prescott's probably your best option because I do think that Prescott is going to, like, for the remainder of the season, be pretty high. Justin Fields is your quarterback 7. Like, I don't think you can trade Geno and Judy for Justin Fields right now.
No shot. If you can, try it.
So, like, if you're truly going to upgrade, it's probably Kyler Murray or Dak Prescott with the assumption that Dak Prescott will finish ahead of Geno Smith in the next coming weeks of the season. So, it's tough, Jeff. Best players to trade for, I'm 8-1. Put yourself in a winning position. Go take some gambles. Go get Jamar Chase. Go get DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
Go get Justin Fields. You know,
I think Swift's a really good one.
Yeah.
Just not.
All right, we already got this one. I know it's Kelsey, but Cook and Swift for Kelsey. No. Don't do it, Smokey. Don't be tempted.
No.
You guys don't respond. Boo! It just takes us a minute to get through the chat, man. We got like 1,000 people.
Dusty, get out of here. I hate you, Dusty. We are enemies this week, Dusty.
Oh, you guys play each other?
Yeah, we play each other this week, and I am just looking at that handsome face of his, and I am scared, man. I'm going up against Travis Kelce this week, and I think Travis Kelce might have a hell of a game against Jacksonville.
It's a nice YouTube picture there, Dusty.
It's very professional.
Remember when I beat you in fantasy this year?
Oh.
Suave, what's good, bro? 7-2, thinking of trading Swift, Wilson, and Dillon and McCole for JT and Keenan. No. Keenan Allen for playoff upside. Other running backs, Chubb, Etienne Walker. Other receivers, Monroe, AJ Brown, Higgins. No, if you're going to trade those 4 players, trade them for another combo. I mean, I get what you're saying, but this could also end very badly for you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do the trade. Okay, I saw, Kyle, that it was your chat was repeating. Start Debo or Amari full PPR. Do y'all trust JT this week? Well, let's start with the first side. I think that Amari Cooper's in a better game script overall. A little bit more competitive.
Have you seen the home away splits, bro? He's terrible when he's not in Cleveland.
That's true.
It's like it's a big enough sample size now where it's a little weird.
It is true. I just like that matchup. Browns, Dolphins, gonna get juicy. But Debo's fine. You know, Debo against the Chargers perfectly fine too. Primetime game, Sunday Night Football. So
I get too.
I'll go Debo. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I'll go. I trust JT, but like in the flex, just because the matchup.
He can't be RB1.
No, only in the flex.
Yeah.
I would start Hawkinson in the flex, Fran.
Oh, you've got some confidence in the big hack attack.
Full PPR, yeah.
Oh.
Cordero or Kamara, I still go Kamara.
Yeah.
And I think Patterson's going to have a good game. Do you start Foreman or Connor? Connor.
Yeah. Load him up. Beat the beast.
CPAT or Lenny? I go CPAT here.
Yeah.
Monty or Zeke or Foreman or Pollard for my RB2 this week. I go Pollard. Give me Pollard.
Yeah. I mean, Zeke might not even play.
Yeah. Outlook on Sutton Jr. season. The schedule looks awesome for receivers for the team's Broncos play. Yeah. I think that I actually think there could be a second half of reemergence for these receivers. Tennessee, Las Vegas, Carolina, Baltimore, Kansas City before they face Arizona and the Rams and Kansas City again. So Arizona and the Rams are like the only tough matchups, and Arizona's a little bit banged up right now. So, and really with the Rams, like the secondary's been awful outside of Ramsey. So I don't know, man. I think that Russ could start cooking.
Oh gosh, oh no, that's not good. Let me ask this real quick, John. Sutton was the dominant target share guy in the beginning of the season. This move to Juvie, my thoughts were, is because they were trying to trade him before the deadline. We've also seen the emergence of Greg Dulcich. Which receiver would you rather have rest of the season because of that favorable schedule? I am starting to think it's Jerry Jeudy. I don't know, though. He looked good over the past few weeks.
He has the momentum right now.
Yeah.
But ultimately, do I trust any of these Broncos players? No.
Let's ride, baby. Let's ride.
Start Pitts tonight. If you have to, you can. If you can avoid it, I would. Should I trade A.J. Brown and Cook for Fields and Pierce? Kirk is my starting quarterback. If you have good receiver depth, yes, but keep in mind, Kirk Cousins is quarterback 10. He's a very safe player, but just doesn't hold a lot of upside.
Get dangerous. Get Fields on your freaking team. John, stop being so melodramatic. You know you want to scream on top the roof for this man. He's a beast.
I would rather have Fields, but Kirk is not playing bad football. The Vikings are like the most underrated team in the league right now. Why don't the Ravens run more two tight end sets a lot more with Andrews and Likely? They probably will moving forward. Debo for Swift, I would probably rather hold Debo just with the uncertainty around Swift. Thoughts on trading Eckler for St. Brown in my Dynasty League I'm rebuilding? Maybe if you get one more piece or a draft pick or two if you're rebuilding, but Eckler is very good. Or dropping Waller, yeah. I've been pretty down on Waller the last couple of weeks.
I called him a cheeseburger server last week.
You did. We've been down on Waller.
Yeah.
I'm 3-6. My team is Kyler, Etienne, Wilson, J-Rob, D-Hop, Juju, Gabe, Cooks. What can I get for Hop or Gabe? You got to look at teams in your league that need receivers. Like you got to go identify those teams and then look at where those two players are coming in terms of rankings right now, and then try to trade for someone equivalent. But it's hard to say, Rob. You gotta have to look at teams that need receivers in your league at the moment. Now, if you package both of those players, you can get a pretty good player. You know.
Does anybody want Gabe Davis? I mean, I tried to trade him to literally every single person on the earth. Nobody wants him, and if Josh Allen's hurt, nobody wants this guy.
He's a good player to package, but that's about it, man. DJ Moore, Lazard. I go Lazard. Bad weather tonight. Someone dropped a Njoku. Do I pick him up? I have Kelsey, but maybe just pick him up so eventually can trade. Yeah, I say go for it if it doesn't hurt your roster.
Yeah.
Pray, what's good, my guy? How you doing, man? What's up, Thermal? We started Warren and Jones. No. Unless you're like in a league and get really hurting. No, I would not, my dude. Let's see. Pitts over Higbee. Yeah, so like the issue with Higbee is we don't know if Stafford's going to play, and then Higbee's been playing really bad the last 3 weeks. But Higbee also gets Arizona. They're the worst team in the league against opposing tight ends.
I fired him up.
This is tough. Because you got to start Pitts tonight. If you're going to start him. Go with Higbee. It's too good of a matchup. I agree. I mean, Juwan Johnson had 2 touchdowns against them. So, Foreman or Mooney, and PPR go Mooney. Yeah. Patterson and Foreman tonight. How you feeling about starting them? I don't personally mind either player. More upside for Patterson. This game should be a run game.
Yeah.
In the rain. Should I pick up Akers or Robinson? I pick up Robinson before I pick up Akers.
Yeah. Akers is a glorified XFL football player. He's terrible.
Should I start Monty or Foreman? I go Foreman, personally.
Yeah. Montgomery.
I was about to say, Stephen does not.
I'm going Montgomery.
Yeah. Monty against the Lions is fine, though. Jalen Hurts or Mahomes?
Ooh.
This is not a serious question. I'm not entertaining you. Pray.
I'm
Pick
going
two:
Mahomes.
Chubb, ETN, or JT. Chubb and JT, or excuse me, Chubb and ETN for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, John, I want to know who you're serious about there, Mahomes or Hurts?
I'll go Mahomes because more
Okay.
upside, and I feel like the Jags keep that game more competitive. Where Hurts is going to come out like the first 2 or 3 quarters and light this team up and then say goodnight, more than likely. My running backs are Eckler, Pierce, Swift, and Jones. My receivers are Higgins, Godwin, and Moore. Should I trade away Aaron Jones for Amon-Ra St. Brown? I'll leave you with Eckler, Pierce, and Swift. So why not? Yeah, why not? That gives you Amon-Ra, Higgins, Godwin, Rondell Moore. So sure. Which I do have 8-1. I have Fields, Watson, Barkley, Etienne, Stevenson, Foreman, Kupp, Olave, Juju, Thielen, Andrews, likely. You keep all those running backs. Like keep that running back depth. You can trade Thielen and likely, and you got to keep Watson because Fields has a bye week. I would just hold, man. If you're 8-1, don't get crazy with it, man. Just hold.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could trade like if Foreman has a good game tonight, Foreman, Thielen, and likely, and get it.
I would trade likely, bro.
Really?
If you own Andrews, dude, I don't know if you can just trade likely.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Being that you own Andrews, just hold. Like you got the handcuff. Just hold. Should I start Michael Pittman or Rondell Moore? Who's this guy in our chat?
I don't know, man. He's got great packs.
Rondell Moore.
Really good.
I'd start Rondell Moore. I don't trust.
Screw you, John.
What? I don't trust Sam Ellinger.
Tell him to cut all his players.
I forgot he's playing you this week.
Yeah.
I mean, Pittman does have a good matchup, man. But I think that Rondell Moore is going to be in a more competitive game script. So he didn't play in week 3 when they played the Rams, so we don't have a previous sample size to look at. But at least 14.9. Well, this is a half PPR league. It's so stupid, dude. I still go Rondell Moore.
I tell you what, next year we are going full PPR. I think
We'll
bring it to a majority vote. But this half PPR, it's been so low scoring this season. I just would rather see higher scoring games, honestly. Yeah.
8 half PPR leagues. What's up, everyone? What's up, Jason? Rosters: Dak, Brady, Higgins, Pittman, Hopkins, Deontay, Amon-Ra. Running backs: Jamal Williams, Walker, Mixon, Eckler, and 4 and 5 need a better quarterback. Traded Jamal for Burrow straight up to Swift owner. Did I lose? No.
Number 3 quarterback in the season.
I think he's number 4 now, Steve. But
he is?
I will check.
Well, does it matter if he's 4 or 6 points?
He is 3. He is 3.
You piece of shit. You came out so hot. You were like, number 4.
No, that's a good trade. But I would drop Brady and I would keep Dak. I have faith in Dak the rest of the season. Yeah. But no, you didn't lose the trade, man. I mean, you still got Walker, Mixon, and Eckler, dude. You're fine. You're gravy, man. You taking the over on? I'm not betting on tonight's game. No way. That was a good trade, Jason. Trade Kamara for Ramondre and D-Hop or A.J. Brown. Yeah, I would. I mean, I honestly think by the end of the season, Ramondre, or like from this point forward, Ramondre and Kamara will be very close. I have a lot of faith in Ramondre. So
he's a stud.
You gain that stud receiver. Why not go do it, man?
Yeah, and I go after D-Hop out of these two.
Pick one full PPR: Wilson or Herbert. Well, I like both. Both have great matchups, man. Both are in a committee, though. So, this is very tough. Give me Wilson.
Just for the PPR, I don't think Herbert is much of a pass-catching back for that Bears offense.
He is sometimes, and then he's not. So, Gabe or Pickens this week? I go Pickens.
No questions.
Yeah, I go Pickens. Streamer defenses to go for this week.
I think a big one for me is the Titans. I have some interest in the Cardinals as well, especially if staph infection is going to be out for that game. There's quite a bit. Definitely take a look at the video. John, I know you're interested in the Broncos, who I didn't talk about. we'll see how that one goes. It's in Tennessee. I don't think it's a terrible play either. Somehow, Ryan Tannehill is still not playing. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess it's going to be another week of Malik Willis. So definitely not a bad one there either. But I like the Titans a lot this week.
Who to start in flex? Jamal, Foreman, Sanders. I go Sanders or Williams or Foreman. They're all fine. Like, you really can't go wrong here.
I go Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders against Washington is beautiful. Hey, Prey, we see you.
Dude, your first introduction to me was so nice. And then this one, come on, man. Come
on. Tanyan or Foster Moreau over Pitts. Can't do it. Just watch Thursday Night Football. Tanyan disappointed us last week. I don't know if I trust him again against the Cowboys. Go Pitts. I agree.
Have a stiff drink with you while you're watching this game.
JT or Patterson? Honestly, I'll go Patterson. Need one. DJ Moore, Mooney, Gabe Davis, Smith. Worried about weather and Allen injury. I go Mooney. I'm telling you, Mooney's going to have a good week. Give me Mooney. Do I trade Gabe for Algier and Gibson? Sure.
Yeah, I would do that.
Steven would do that trade. He could get it. Herbert or Chupa? I go Herbie against the Lions.
Herbie.
That was a serious question. I go Mahomes. Okay, we answered it. Yeah, we go Mahomes.
MVP of the league right there. I think he's going to win it this year. It's going to be tough. It's going to be between those two.
You taking the over on Cordero, Evans, and Kelsey? I don't know what the over is, but yes, let's do
it. Put your life on it, John.
Put your life savings on it. 3 and 6 at the moment. Who'd you start at RB2 at the flex? Herbert, Eckler, Foreman, Ayuk, Adams, Palmer. Dicker, the kicker, defense, Tennessee, Hunt, Joe. RB2. But I'm trying to make sure. I would keep it how it is. Yeah, I'll keep it how it is. Eckler, Foreman, Ayuk, Adams, flexing Palmer. I would keep it how it is. Yeah. Hunt you can consider, but I'll go Palmer. Should see good volume. You got Komet on the bench as well.
Dicker the kicker.
Yeah, that's his name.
He's an interesting one.
I don't think I'd flex Komet over any of these players. Unless he's your starting tight end, which is fine too. He should have a better week. Oh, you got Taysom Hill at tight end. I go Komet.
I go Komet.
Yeah, I like Komet a lot this week against the Lions. So I'll go Komet, but other than that, I'd leave your roster how it is, my guy. Should I try and trade Mixon and Amari to get an RB upgrade? Who should I get? I mean, Mixon's your RB2. I get that it's very inflated by last week, but I think he's going to finish as a top 6 or 7 back. I don't really know how much more you can upgrade. And you might as well keep Cooper. He's extremely consistent. So I'd probably hold.
Yeah, I think with Mixon, unless you can – I think you're going to see a guy who sees a lot of work going forward, man. Chase gone, and they just turn right to Mixon. He scores 5 times or whatever. So, yeah.
Agreed. All right, guys, we are going to wind down here. Thursday night kickoff happening shortly. So we'll get through these last couple comments and questions here, then we'll sign off. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. And, of course, thank you guys for the fantasy questions. We finally got caught up to the end of the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure to join the Discord. Link is in the description down below. Completely free to do so. And make sure to follow us on Instagram as well. Best places to reach us outside of the YouTube comment sections and live streams. So on top of that, we have must-start defenses, must-start kickers, starts and sits for quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs out. I'm doing the tight end video just as must-starts because, honestly, doing a start and sit video for tight ends is, pointless because half of them are sits because they suck. So anyways, go check out the videos for the week, and we'll get through these final questions, and then we'll sign off. Devonta Smith or DJ Moore, half PPR. I'll go Smith. He gets Washington. His best game of the season this year was against Washington. Pick 2 PPR, Connor, Monty, Singletary, Foreman, and Moose Dirt. I'll go Connor and Foreman, but Steven was going to say Connor and Monty, which is fine too. Appreciate that, bro. Lockett, Judy, or Palmer. Lockett. Go Lockett.
Lockett all day, baby. He's a stud.
Pop lock, drop him. DK and Robinson for Kittle and Godwin. Depends on the roster, but this trade's probably fine, Riley. I mean, Kittle's playing. I think Kittle's going to have a great rest of the season. He always he does this, right? I think DK brings more upside than Godwin, but Godwin's floor is safe enough on a weekly basis that you can roll with him. So if you don't feel like it hurts the rest of your roster, I'm good with it, my guy.
I like it.
Yeah. Trevor, trade Keenan Allen, Hines, Pierce for Higgins, Patterson, Wilson.
Oh, yeah, you need the depth, probably.
I hate to see you lose Pierce, but the rest of the trade is really good. I'd much rather have Higgins and Allen. I'd much rather have Patterson than Hines. And to get Wilson for Pierce, obviously you're going to go with Pierce, but at least Wilson's still giving you some value.
Yeah.
So fine. Got offered CMC for Mixon and Higgins. Too much, right? Not necessarily, because CMC's going to be RB1 or RB2 like the whole season. So we got the battle for RB1 this weekend, bro. Eckler versus CMC.
Yes, we do. Honestly, dude, if you think about it this way too, like if you're in a win now situation, like Mixon and Higgins are gone, bro. Like that's probably your team. You know what I mean? Like you're probably losing this week.
It depends. You already sent us your roster. Your roster's pretty good. I don't think it hurts you too bad to actually consider this. So, Jane, we'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.
Get out,
Waller. Riley, I think it's a good trade for you then to recover from losing Waller for sure, man. Tua or Geno? I go Tua. Steven, how do you feel about the Niners D?
I like them, man. I do like the Niners this week. This is, I think, a pretty big bounce back for those guys. I mean, they are very effective against the ground game. So, I mean, Eckler's going to get his for sure, but I think this is a game where they can definitely make some noise against that banged-up offensive line of the Chargers and banged-up receiving core. How do you feel about them, John?
I told Prey the same thing, and he's always in my DMs asking me questions, and we're boys, and I told him the same thing. Pick 3, Juju, McLaurin, Ertz, Higbee. I probably sit Higbee here.
Yeah.
Bird. Riley, thank you. Riley, I'm glad we got your questions, man. Sorry we took a little bit earlier, but it usually happens. Just takes a while to get through the chat, but appreciate you, Riley. Thank you guys, everyone. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for the fantasy questions. Thank you guys for all the support. Hit that like button on the way out. Check out all the links down below. Join the Discord. Follow us on Instagram. I'll be on tomorrow night to hang out with you guys and talk some fantasy. I'll be on Saturday and Sunday before kickoff as well. Go check out the videos for the week. We got some more coming. Everyone, sit back, enjoy some Thursday night football. Enjoy this game. Find some way to enjoy it. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for all the fancy questions and keeping the conversation going in the chat. Steven, I'll let you sign off. Then we're getting out of here.
Hey, man, had a blast tonight. Lord Big Head got to make an appearance, baby. It was a lot of fun. Dusty, if you're still in here, I hope you lose this week. Everybody else, I hope you win this week. Man, let's get into it. Let's get into some rain, brother. Can't wait to see Deontay Foreman score a touchdown and P.J. Walker be a beast. Are we going to see Baker Mayfield on the field today? Is he going to make a fourth quarter comeback drive? Probably not. Probably not.
All right, guys, enjoy some Thursday night football. Good luck to you guys. Thank you guys for being here tonight, and we'll talk to you guys soon. So that'll do it. With that, I'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on The Catch. And peace.